that. Try to get it fixed.
Yeah,
They show up at there.
And the guy shows up and
was like, oh, it was just some blood.
Dude, that's practically. He's like, oh, here, you know how the IT guy's like, hey, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Yeah.
That's all it was, dude. There's like a sensor, and he goes, see that sensor down there? It just tripped, and you just had to turn it back off, turn it back on again. Made me feel like a fool out there. Made me look like a fool.
Made me look like a fool.
Yeah. Oh, man. Might have to give me like, I don't know, a good solid 35 minutes before we start, Joe Angel. Early in the morning, I got the weirdest tasting coffee. Like, this coffee is not right. There's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with it. It's,
when's the last time you changed your filter, bro?
It's like some sort of cherry coffee or something.
Cherry coffee? You gotta get it like weird. A new brand?
Yeah, dude. You know, just never change.
Was it something from Europe, man?
It is. You know, we like to go shopping at Aldi, and every now and then Aldi got something weird, like try this cherry flavored ham, or you know, like something weird. And so we're like, yeah, maybe that might be cool. It's not cool.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's not. They don't have all the additives like they do here in America, bro.
Yeah. I need this coffee to be bleached. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you get that blonde, you know what I'm saying, that blonde coffee or whatever like that. We're using real chemicals to make it right. You know what I'm saying?
Chemically infused.
American cheese? It ain't cheese. But hey, it's the best cheese for your hamburger, I tell you that much.
It gets the job done, man.
America. I mean, have you seen that? They're like like cereal, like compared from American cereal to like the European cereal.
Yeah, it's
and how like they're not allowed to use.
If you look at the ingredients, ours is like a paragraph, and theirs just like a sentence.
It's just like barley and wheat.
Barley, wheat.
Ours is like neominicide and pesticide. The top two ingredients.
The most carcinogenic ingredients.
Yeah. Carcinogen. It's like they just put it on there. Poison. I'm like, okay, cool.
Poison.
And poison is like way down on the list though, so you're all right though. Like you want the first couple things to be okay, like sugar.
It's just enough to give it a little kick, but not enough.
Yeah. You know, like a little, like spice. You know, like a little
spice, man. It's a little pinch, man.
Like cayenne. You put too much cayenne, you're gonna die. But you put a little bit of cayenne, you're like, all right, you know, that's all right.
We're good. We're working.
Yeah. That'll wake up the taste buds. Speaking of waking up, it's early, boy.
Early in the morning.
Oh, gotta get my coffee. Did we just write this song, or?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's good. I like this song. I'm gonna be doing a lot of that. My nephew
old man voices.
Dude, my nephew wants to ask me that. Why do old people always go like this? Like, because, you know, you got to wake up the body, son.
Yeah. It's how you kickstart it, man.
Yep, by noises.
It's like when your car won't start on the first go, so you got to do all this extra stuff just to catch it.
Yeah. That car's got to go. Yeah.
Got to pump the gas. Got to pump it.
Yeah. Early in the morning. Pump it, give it the noise. Yeah. And then boom, we going, son. All right. Speaking of going, let's see here. I gotta get it. You know, I watched this. We watched this 3 days ago, and so I'm gonna have to reheat this. I don't know. Did you? I rewatched a little bit more of it just so that I could refresh the mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know.
I went through it earlier, so.
Okay, you don't have to completely walk me through it, but help a brother out. Oh wait, let me look at. You know, so this synopsis is ridiculous, dude. Do you look at these synopses that are written down, or are you just like?
I would just like kind of gaze through it real quick. Just because usually they'll put like at least a main point in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, all right, I'll get the gist of it.
I think this did that thing again on me where like I don't know how to like look at the synopsis and look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because you can't click on it, so you can like read up until a certain point, and then it gets down to the end of it, and then there's like the three dots.
Yeah.
It's ellipses. The
ellipses. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I guess this is where the synopsis ends. So we're gonna have to make the rest of it up. So,
yeah, that's how they ended it. They put the ellipses because just to make it seem like there is more.
Yeah,
like, we're gonna get somebody.
Yeah, they got me. I'm like, you know what? I think I might need to see the next part because
it's like when you scroll through Facebook and you see those pictures where it says "click here to see more," and you just sit there trying to click it, but it's just a picture of that. There's nothing else.
Literal clickbait. Literal
clickbait. Dog.
Just clicking. They get me every time. That one and the any of those old people scams. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, make sure you copy and paste this because Facebook is stealing your stuff.
Stealing your data.
You need to say out loud, I do not approve. You see that? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Poor old people. I'm getting to that age though where I'm getting scammed. Like oh no.
It's AI, man. They're starting to get.
They're getting smart.
They're getting smart, man.
Yeah, like they're gonna call me up and be like, hey, your password to your bank has been corrupted, so give us your old password and we'll give you a new one. I'm like, give you my old password and you give me a new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Like, oh man, this is really important. They called me.
They called me. It's gotta be important. They knew my name.
They knew it.
All right, Joe Angel.
All right.
I get the last of this old man sound out of we good to go.
We good to go.
Oh, update. Takis aren't gone. I just, everywhere I go, I can't find the ones I want. You know what I'm saying? They added some new ones. They got this intense nacho one.
Yeah, because they got like actual like chips now.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Chips.
Yeah, like I'm like, what are you doing, Takis? You know what I'm saying? Like, leave that to other chip manufacturers. You know what I'm saying? You roll up.
Yeah.
They're
like, I'm trying to think. It's like those chip flavors, like the jalapeno, the nacho ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I might be getting it mixed up with the Dorito sticks now, because Dorito has like
the little. They're trying to get them, dude.
Yeah.
The dynamite. They call them dynamite.
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah.
One of them has a ranch flavor. I can't remember if it's Takis or Doritos.
Takis has a ranch flavor one. It's not good.
It's not.
Actually, I mean, like, I'm not gonna hate because I'm still trying to get that sponsorship. So,
Yeah.
But like,
I need a couple more bags.
The chili lime stuff, like, I'm okay on the chili lime stuff. It's like all right.
That was a hard flavor to get because some of them they'll underdo the lime or underdo the chili, or they'll overdo both.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a good chili lime chip. The Lay's ones. The Lay's ones are pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's like a good balance on.
I had one from somewhere, and I was like, oh, this is nice, because it was, like, subtle. But, like, Takis, I feel like Takis is, like, trying to punch you. You know what I'm saying? Like, punch you in the face. They're trying to punch you in the taste buds. They're like, you know how you like that chili lime?
Yeah.
How about more chili lime?
How about more? Oh, you like chili lime? Open your mouth, boy.
You like this? Now you're going to hate it. Like, okay, make me hate it, and then actually make me love it again.
Yeah.
So go to the edge, and then push it even further.
Yeah. And then
bring it back. Bring it back just up. All right. That's enough about chips, bro. We talking about anime.
All right, let's dive into it. Sorry.
So yeah, we too early for this. Deportes jokes.
The Ocho, bro.
Hey, we're just the guys that do the Ocho.
Yeah, got it. All right, in 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Podcast. It's me, Joanna, with my co-host Sal, and we are here to give you some more sports anime because the Olympics are going, guys.
Anime Me is a podcast where Joe Angel teaches Sal how to love and watch anime.
How to love and watch it.
The Olympics, day. I'm excited about like the whole like breakdancing part of this. Have you seen this? Do you know that
breakdancing part?
Breakdance is gonna be part of the Olympics, dude. That blow your mind? Like anything,
is pickleball in this year? Do we gotta wait till the next
year? Why not? Like, why not? Like, just put everything in there. You know what I'm saying? I want to see somebody. Jax, remember Jax? You had the little you're bouncing marbles or whatever. Yeah. Let's do spoons.
Hopscotch in the Olympics.
Yeah. I'll watch the hopscotch. You got to believe that. You know what I'm saying? Get like LeBron James or Usain Bolt on some hopscotch, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, like, hey, just talk about like quick legs. I'm talking about happy feet. Hey, you give somebody some time, they'll blow your mind with some hopscotch, bro. Wait. What are we talking about? We talking about sports.
We talking about sports. And what other famous sport in the Olympics that's during the summer ones is diving, guys.
Diving, dude. Hey.
Diving. Which I never really understood that.
Dude, you didn't watch. Okay, so I went down a rabbit hole. I start this anime and I'm like, by the way, it's dive with 2 exclamation points.
With 2 exclamation points.
Two,
not one.
Two. You ain't gonna find it if you just type in dive. Okay, you
get a whole bunch of other stuff.
Get down to the numbers. You know what I'm saying? The numbers they got the dash in there. Yeah. You got like the question mark. Get that exclamation point in there. I watched some diving movies. When I was a kid, there was this movie that came out called Diving In. It took me a little bit to find this because in the middle of the show, I'm like watching this. I'm like, what is this? What's going on here? I go, and it just like a flood of like memories came back, and I was like, yo, I remember watching this movie and I loved it. And I started messaging my siblings like, hey, y'all remember this movie? Like where this guy he like is trying to be a high school diver or something like that. He sets up this rickety old like scaffolding, and the scaffolding like gives way and he nearly dies. Dude, it was riveting, bro. Like I was like, I'm just watching some bro like dive in the water on his.
Are you sure it wasn't just somebody's home video you were watching?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, hey, maybe this was my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, did this happen to me? You know how you like get real life mixed up with TV? I was like, maybe I watched somebody do this. Because back in the day, high dives were a thing. You remember high dives?
Yeah.
Were you know what I'm saying? This is how old I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to put it out there. But like, oh, yeah, that was old because high dives are everywhere. Like, you could for real, like, go up and they had, like, a springboarded high dive that was, like, at least maybe 20 feet. I don't know. Pretty high.
I remember going to the one at McMurray.
Yeah. There was one in a small town. Yeah. They took them away. They don't exist anymore.
They don't have
this? Have you seen them? What? They don't have them anymore. They're only for Olympic athletes. Okay, if you gonna jump
how
off.
How am I supposed to become an Olympic athlete if there's not one nearby?
I need
to jump off somebody's house into a pool.
That's where you get TikTok videos from. Okay, jumping off. So I like, dude, it's a real thing. Look it up. It's called diving. It's called Diving In, and I think it's kind of there's this guy Greg Louganis who is like also an Olympic athlete who like hurt himself or something like that during a dive. It's like there's a whole documentary about it. Like I went down a whole rabbit hole like trying to find this movie, and I was like, dude, I love this movie, so I might like this show.
Do you think Forrest would have been good if they put that part in the movie?
Oh snap! If he was also diving as well,
if he was a diver.
I mean, like you got to be like precision, and that's what he was all about, dude. Precision.
He became the ping pong champion.
Yeah. You just keep your eye on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Except for when you're diving, what do you? Just go in the water. I don't know.
Go in the water.
Head first. Feet first. Whichever one you want to do, but just not belly first. That's what you do not want to do. Or back.
Because that water turns into concrete fast.
I think that's why they got rid of that high dive, man. I heard some people smack Okay, wait. We are talking way too much. This is early in the morning, people. All right. Let me give us a synopsis. Once again, a really long synopsis, and I didn't look it over before we started this, so you can have to bear with me. Tomoki.
Yeah.
Tomoki Sakai is a second-year junior high student who dedicates every day to diving. It all began years ago when he was drawn by the beautiful diving of Yoichi Fujitani,
Yeah.
a boy 3 years his senior. Tomoki goes to Mizuki Diving Club with his friends Ryu and Reiji? I'm gonna say Reggie.
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 But everything changes when a mysterious woman,
Kyoko.
How you say it?
Yeah.
Kyoko
Kyoko.
Asakai appears. That's all I got. Dot,
No,
by the way.
that.
Uh, this show starts with the most hilarious, and I hope it continues. There's a dog. You heard this dog? That's the most human sounding bark I've ever heard. Like you might as well have some guy just going bark, bark, bark.
Bark, bark.
Yeah, that ain't a real dog.
I don't think any of them owns a dog. They're like, does anybody have a dog? No. Somebody get in there and make a bark.
I've heard dogs before.
I've heard dogs before. I can do a dog. I got a pretty good dog.
I speak like fluent dog, and they got this dog like with this fake bark, running out, and Tomoki sees Yoichi diving from the dragon.
Yeah.
These dragons. By the way, is this in a dub or is it only sub?
Nah, this is only sub so far.
Okay. Because I was like, is this like translation stuff that's going on? Because there were some things that were said that I was kind of like, but then I was like, nah, like I get it though. It is.
Yeah, because
like
a little kid would call something like that a dragon,
and he's little. He's like,
yeah,
but he's like fascinated, and I'd be like, I don't know. It takes a certain person to see somebody die from 3 stories up to go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna do that
because that's scary, dude.
This kid's mom never asked if your friends told you to jump off the building, which you did.
No, she already knew.
Yeah,
she probably saw him like, oh
like,
snap,
this kid's jumping.
He's jumping. He's a jumper. I could tell. But he's fascinated. He's dedicated. He's gonna jump onto this diving club. I don't quite get the diving club because here, I mean, I guess here in the States, I guess it is a thing like to be in a club that's outside of school. Is it part of the school or is it just
I think that is separate from the school.
Okay.
I know there's like swim classes and stuff for like younger kids. There's
I guess you can see that.
Like other sports. Like I think there's baseball outside of school up until I think they get to high school. I think I'm not sure. I think there's some other clubs. As far as I know, like diving. I think it depends on the school because I know like some high schools across America have diving teams, but I think that's only at like certain regions of the country, maybe, or certain schools.
I had it in high school. I really actually considered doing it, but
I think they took that away by the time I got
there. Yeah. Too many kids got, like came down on their face. They're like, it's the record high of belly flops. It's too.
There's no Olympic star here.
we ain't about that life, okay? It's football or nothing else. Okay, get in line, kid. Dive onto that football,
Yeah.
You ready to bleep me for some stuff? Get on the bleep button, Joey, because you about to. blank. I have a problem. with these kids, like watching little like animated drawn kids, in little Speedos, standing, like every one of them stands pelvis forward, you know what I'm saying? Like arms back, pelvis as forward as he possibly can.
Yeah.
And by the way, no nipples. You know what I'm saying? Like no, not one person.
You're like kid dogs, man.
I don't know if it's a thing in anime. I don't know how many shirtless anime characters we've seen, but not Is that a regular thing, Joe Angel,
I
or
think
is
it
it just
has
for
to
this show?
do with maybe some
I
type of
mean,
censorship, but I think it depends on, I think,
though, if
the studio or where it's airing. Because, like I said, different countries and regions have different standards as far as what they consider good and bad on TV.
yeah, yeah, just take them off. Just don't
Yeah,
don't don't draw. But
yeah,
I thought about it. I was like, why? I'm thinking, I'm watching this. I'm like, why is this like this? But then I go,
yeah,
if they did have nipples, would
yeah.
I be like, I don't like that?
I don't like
Like,
this.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it would distract
too
me from the
much.
dive.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, gotta watch. I'm watching this dive. I don't need to
yeah,
see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having to draw circles
yeah,
every frame. It's too much drawing, by
yeah.
the way.
Too
Like,
much. Yeah.
you got to get the angle right. Forget. But I was a little, I was a little like, I don't know why I was distracted by that. I was just thinking,
Why are these kids
uh,
standing so weird?
yeah, they're standing really weird, pelvis forward. Every one of them, they're all in speedos, and they're like, they get them like, like I wouldn't have a problem if they didn't, like, I don't know, not zoom but like, they're kind of
Yeah,
focused down on the speedo. Like, I get it,
yeah,
they're in speedos, okay, it's
yeah.
what you got to wear. But I could have swore that you're supposed to wear like a little hat, like a
The
little,
hat. Yeah,
or is that just swimming?
I think that's for like the relays and like the stuff that Michael Phelps does. I think.
Okay, so
I
because
think
okay, so,
girls do wear it during diving. I think just for their hair. I don't know
but
if the
most
guys do
guys,
though.
I feel like most of the guys would have short hair. Cause
Yeah,
okay, so Yoichi is like the man. He's
yeah,
like the G. His dad's like an ex-Olympic coach,
yeah,
or no, an ex-Olympic athlete, and now he's the coach of the diving club.
yeah.
And so
And,
of course
and his
it's
mom
like
was diving queen.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. There's also another, by the way, that reminds me, there's also another movie. I don't know what it's called, but it's about like the lady who dives a horse into, have you ever seen this? It's a movie. They dive together. She like, the horse don't know what it's doing. She's
yeah.
just like, keep going horse. And the horse just like falls into the water. I don't know. The horse
Seabiscuit.
can't die. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, she does that for a living. Poor horse. I don't know how many horses they go through. I mean, horses can't swim, I don't know.
No.
Anyway, it's another diving movie you can look up. But Yoichi is the guy. He's at a diving competition and he's like, I guess he probably always takes first,
Yeah.
and the rest of the diving club is trash. But you see these other guys kind of like looking kind of jealous at this guy, like, hey. But one of the guys
I'm
has
gonna get him
like,
one of these days.
yeah, yeah, it's not a contact sport guy. They're looking at him like, I'm gonna tackle that guy mid-air. Do that and some diving. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll add some real drama
Yeah,
to
you
it.
have
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
like jumping off the high and
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
midway dive, somebody waiting to try and get him.
like a full-on tackle in the middle of
Yeah.
it. Like, try to mess him up somehow.
Yeah.
A little defense. I want some defense out there. But the guy's got long hair. He's got like beautiful locks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
beautiful locks. And I'm like, that guy, that's why he's second place, third
Yeah.
place, because
All that hair, man.
he can't see past it.
He can't see. He can't see the water.
Can't see it. And he dives in, Yoichi dives in, and there's like not even a splash. You get
No.
just like bloop, like a little
Yeah. Perfect.
perfect diving every time. Yeah, this show, dude, like it brought back a lot of other like memories from other movies, and it had me thinking, do I like this show or do I just
Yeah.
like other movies about diving?
Yeah.
Because there's another one. Do you know who Rodney Dangerfield is?
Yeah.
He has a movie called Back to School.
Yeah.
It's
Back to school.
old school. Old school.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., young baby Robert Downey Jr., I think.
Baby
Yeah,
RDJ.
RDJ. He plays the friend, and in the movie, Rodney Dangerfield is like an amazing diver. It's the most hilarious thing because he's not built to be a diver.
By the way, Ryan Dangerfield was an old man even back then.
Yeah, he's never been a young man. He
Yeah.
was never a young man. And he was
Him, Morgan Freeman.
never been young.
Yeah.
Me, Morgan Freeman. Right? I mean, I've always been an old man too. But I don't know. Maybe I do love diving.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Because
The
I haven't
show's
seen as nearly many diving movies.
yeah. Here I am listed. I got a list for you, and
Yeah.
go ahead and write them down. Watch them all. Uh, Also, I got a list for you. Do you have a list of pancake toppings?
Cake toppings. No, but I've
What's
been
your
to an IHOP, so I could give you a top pick. I've seen it.
Because I tell you this much: honey is not on the list.
This
You
kid's
know,
never been to an IHOP or a Denny's, man. Not even a Waffle
Tomoki.
House.
What's the girl's name? Is it
Miyu.
Miyu?
Yeah, Miyu.
She is thirsty for Tomoki, like, and he is not giving her the. And I started thinking, I was like, what is it? What's his deal? But it was like he's so focused on diving, like he just wants to
He's in
slay
that
the
mind zone.
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't. This man wants to go to the Olympics. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
What is this? So I'm watching it in this
Yeah.
sub because there's only a sub.
Yeah.
What's being said? Because I kind of lost a little bit. That the guys get into the locker room and there's a girl that
Yeah.
shows up. And
So initially, the thing is when we find out is that the club, the MDC, the Mizuki Diving Club, is on its way out, or in like it's in the process of like it's on the table to be shut down, basically, because they had coaches leaving, because the creator of the club passed away, and so it went to the board members on its longevity, and it was on the table of being shut down. And so they have a small group, and because the club's owned by Mizuki Sports, which is the Nike of the universe right now.
okay.
And so they had to keep a standard to keep getting funded to stay open. But now that the owner is gone and passed, it's up to the coaches now. But they had coaches leaving, and like I guess the numbers haven't been great, and so they're on that cusp of being shut down. And it basically goes back to all the old school movies where, hey, we got to save the club, or oh no, like the facility's getting shut down, we got to do this one thing to save it. All those old movies come back in.
Classics.
And so that lady, Asaki, she's from I think she's from the sports facility to help it stay open, or to like find the next, spoiler alert, to find the next Olympic athletes for the Olympics. She asked him at the end, do you want to be an Olympian, basically. And of course, Yuichi is like, oh yeah, obviously I'm the Olympian. Tomo's like, yeah, I want to go too. And so now the rest of the series is going to be focused on getting them to that level.
Olympic. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, because I'm like, I didn't think about the club having like, I missed the part, because I'm like too distracted by these children being displayed like the way they are. I was just thinking, who in their right mind? These kids are just having fun.
Yeah.
I thought, and then they're just like, somebody's not a fan of diving, and they're like, just shut it down. They're
shut
garbage.
It down. Boo.
Like
play a real sport.
Or something. I'm like, why are they trying to shut this thing down? Like these kids are just having fun out there, and they're all like, nah, man, I need to see triple backflips, and you're only doing doubles, man. You need to. I don't like the way they splash. Shut it down. But yeah, now it makes sense to have like the fact that the people who are like in charge aren't there to like advocate for it. And they could be using that swimming pool for something else, man.
I know,
you know what I'm saying? Like
we got Pilates.
Yeah, get some old people out
teaching
there
horses how to swim.
Yeah, get a that's an Olympic sport I can give you. You know what I'm saying? I
want to see horses.
Okay, yeah, because I think the kids were like all standing around in the locker room, and they thought that the coach was having an affair with this beautiful lady, and she's somebody too. Like she's not just like part of she's like an Olympian or like an athlete, or she's like famous somehow too, right? Is that what I
think so,
was picking up? Like she was like on the cover of some magazine. They kind of like flash back to her, and
no, the magazine stuff was like the scandal stuff, because
because it was like
the younger kid, Saichi, he was all like, he's the one that was like spreading the rumor, like, oh, the coach is having an affair with this lady, and so they're all like thinking of just like what you would see on like TMZ or something, just scandal, whatever.
Okay.
But it's funny because like during that whole scene in the locker room, one of the other trios, he's all like, they're like, oh, coach left again and put the other coach in charge today. And they're like, oh, like what could be more important than us? Like, why would he leave? Like, we're, it's just like, to me, I'm like watching this, I'm like, there are 100 things more important than you. I can list off right now.
By the way, you're all trash, by the way. There's only one good
diver on the team. One of you is good. Just because he's there doesn't make you better. He's gonna yell from the stands, "Dives better, be better, be better." Yeah, because they're at that. I guess you would call it a diving meet.
Yeah.
And we get to see Tomoki dive for the first time. Yeah. And I kind of was hoping that he was absolute trash, but he wasn't trash because he gets up there and we're like, okay, this is the first time we get to see him because we see like a montage of him and Yoichi like kind of coaching him, and he's like, getting better, and he continues to like, just keep trying, improve, and he keeps like doing a back flop. He keeps back flopping into the water, and he gets up there, and I was hoping that he would like come down on his face or just do straight garbage. Did you ever see those guys? There were some guys, I forgot where they were from, like Tobago or Jamaica or something like that, and they were part of the Olympic diving. Did you ever see this? I'm gonna send it to you. They were, or Singapore or something like that. They were not good, Joey and Joel. But you commend them though. Your heart goes out to them. They kept trying, and like everybody else is like amazing. They're like, I don't know if they're synchronized or if they're just, I don't know if you have ever seen synchronized diving? Yeah. So like they're supposed to be like doing all these flips and like landing. These guys are like, they got everything, all the moves in the middle of the air, but they just couldn't come into the water.
Couldn't stick the landing.
Dude, it is wild. They have like 4 or 5 dives they got to do, and every one of them, none of them are even close to like landing one of these dives. I was expecting that out of Tomoki, but he's actually pretty good. So, they've got a chance.
Yeah, which, by the way, too, even like with the coaches and stuff, while they're like doing their dives at practice, like they're going in, it's like, all right, cool. And then like they get out and the coaches are like, hey, your shoulders are too tense. You got to relax some more. And remember to keep your toes pointed all the way into the water. And it's like it gets, because I never really, like I said, I never really understood the dynamics of diving or what all goes into it. But this is all like, okay, I guess there's like, I guess I'm just ignorant I'm ignorant in this sport.
Yeah.
And so I don't know anything. And so all this is just new to me watching it. It's just like, I guess so, man. Like, I guess, you need that.
So, you know what? I'll give it to you, man. Like, it is a weird kind of, it's a weird sport, but I get it because I used to do gymnastics, right? Yeah. And you think you might be doing something properly, but if you have somebody else watching, like a coach, or you can't do a certain thing, like I'm trying to, land on my feet on this thing, and he may have like a technique or an idea, like, hey, look to the ceiling, or watch your hands when you're doing this, or like you think your toes are pointed. Because you got to, that's a big thing in both diving and gymnastics. So diving, a lot of divers, they come from gymnastics. Like you don't. It's an interesting way that Tomoki is doing this, or I don't know. I don't know if they technically. I mean, maybe if you're Olympian, then you go straight to diving. But like a lot of these divers are gymnasts, because you might hurt your ankle or do something bad to your wrist, and you can't really like do gymnastics anymore, but you still have all the like technical aspect of like being able to do a handstand. You ever see them do the handstand right on the diving board and then come off of it? Like that's all gymnastics stuff. Like them doing all the spinny flips, the fulls, the tucks, the layouts, the pike flips. That's all gymnastics, and you have to have that kind of be in that kind of practice. Yeah. And there are some like nuanced things for you to be able to do, all the moves. And like, if you're not able to do it, then somebody might from the outside has the eye to like, hey, you need to like tighten up your, from the legs up, or make sure you keep your head, you're tilting your head or something like that. There are some nuances that if you don't know what you're looking at, because they make it look easy. You watch it on like in the Olympics, which by the way, somebody has this great tweet about like, we need to have somebody regular doing these Olympic like sports, like a Joe Schmo. I want somebody up on the dragon, up on the top, the third floor. I want you to do it from.
I think we did. It's called American Ninja Warrior.
Nah, those guys are actually legit good. The one you're thinking of is the what's the one where they're jumping on the red ball? Wipeout. Yeah, that's the one. That's more, regular people trying to do,
or like MXC. Do you remember MXC?
Oh, dude, the most extreme. Dude, that's exactly what it is. Regular people eating it or being like absolute garbage at a certain thing. Because for real, like it looks easy. You're just like, yeah, just do the flip and like.
Yeah.
What? And by the way, it is kind of weird though, like because the judges have to write down the score, like.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't very good. But I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the hard thing. Like, what are you even looking like? That
Yeah.
didn't look
What are we
anything
judging
different
on?
from the other.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like that guy. You know what I'm saying?
You're a quarter inch to the left.
Yeah, that's too much water. It's too
Too
much
much
water.
water.
Too much water. What do you mean too much water?
You heard
You
guy
know, like,
guys. I don't.
yeah, I don't like it. The way your hair is combed
Yeah.
is not good enough. I don't like
Like
that. Like, yeah, I don't know how you deduct for that kind of stuff, but yeah, if you don't know it, it would be an interesting, which makes me wonder how into this show you were, because I kind of
Yeah.
was, just because I know I have a little background. We
Yeah.
always talk about this. Like, if you have
Yeah.
a little background in the thing, you might be more
Into it.
into.
Yeah, you can understand it more and get some
Yeah.
more of it.
Which
Yeah.
by doing these sports animes makes me think, like if you are into the thing, would you be watching this?
Yeah.
Like there must be a gymnastic sports
Yeah.
anime out there. Don't tell me, Joe Angel. We're early in the month, so we
Early in
might
the
be
month.
Deport Days July.
Deport Days July.
Could have some
Ocho's getting
gymnastics
ready,
in
bro.
it. All right. You know what? We've talked enough about this. Give me some facts about this show.
Some facts. Don't
Big
date
facts.
anybody if you don't know what it means to date somebody.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Because that's the
already.
thing. They're Tomo and Miyu are actually dating.
No,
And
they
so
are.
yeah. So like we get because he's taken back because she confesses to him the whole confession thing.
Like,
I
I
like you.
love
Can I
you.
be your girlfriend? Yeah. He's all
Yeah.
like, yeah. And then
I missed that part, dude.
and so he's like, I think it was before the end when he gets home because she's been texting him, and I guess he has a twin brother.
Yeah.
And he's all like, "Hey, you said you haven't been texting her. What's the deal?" And he's all like, "Oh, I'm not gonna answer it to you." Or he's like, "I don't have to explain myself to my younger brother." It's like we're the same age. He's like, "Whatever, March baby." Yeah.
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if they were twins or if they were just like
I-
Irish twins. They're only like 11 months apart or
11.
something like that. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, and so
I don't blame him though, man. She's got
he's
she's
talking
got.
like he's thinking to himself. He's like, "Why'd I even say yes?" He's like, "I don't even understand what it means to be going out." And he's thinking to the fact like, why did I even say yes? And it shows him like, did I say yes just so I can show off and be like, hey, I have a girlfriend? Or did I say yes because I didn't want to like get chastised by her friends by making her cry or rejecting her and stuff?
That is some
So,
real like school kid
yeah.
dating stuff.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Everybody, some people have girlfriends or boyfriends.
Girl, I'm trying to go to the Olympics, girl.
Try to be the next Usain Bolt.
Right.
But she's got red eyes, so that's a red flag for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is
Red
it about
eyes, red
anime?
flags.
Anime characters with their like impossible hair color and impossible eye color.
Eyes. Yeah.
That's
That's the only way. That's the only way you can tell their main character, man.
Yeah, red eyes, red flag. Put it on a shirt, man. Put it on the shirt.
All right, some facts. So, Dive started out as a novel, guys.
A novel.
And it was written by Eto Morty. And this came out all the way back in April of 2000.
Back when diving was king, bro.
Back when diving was king, man.
Yeah, you had Greg, you had Cindy.
It's back when Michael Phelps was on Wheeze boxes, man.
Yeah. That boy had too many medals.
Too many medals.
So everybody else was like, we can't keep up with them.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just jump in the water.
Yeah, because she was jumping the water. Started jumping. So it was adapted into a manga in June of 2007. And it was illustrated by Masahiro Ikeno. And so it came out in Shogakukan's weekly shonen Shueisha back there. And it ran from 2007 to 2008 with 5 volumes. And then it got re-illustrated in June of 2017. But this time it was a different artist, and
The artist name was Ruzuru Asashiba, and that was released in Kodokawa's Shoten's Young Ace.
Wait. So does this happen often that they reanimate a show? Like what would make them reanimate a show? Is it absolute garbage that they did it the first time, or it's like a different like
a lot of it would be for like
they had nipples on it the first time.
They had nipples
That's
on
what
it
it was. They're like, we can't do it.
Get rid of
we
it.
Can't. We don't need this smut on TV.
No, a lot of it just would be like them trying to bring it back into relevancy, or there's like an anniversary coming up, and so they reanimated. I think that's what was. I think that was part of Sailor Moon Crystal when they reanimated it because the anniversary was coming up, so they did it as like a special thing for it. But yeah, a lot of times it would be just kind of the things.
The other thing too is a novel. Like, are these like? Is this going to be like a kids novel or like a teenage novel, or is this like a serious novel and somebody just decides to go, you know what, I can make this into like an
I think it'll be kind of like what is that?
Like
one?
Goosebumps.
Teen fiction.
Yeah. There's
yeah.
Right.
Or in that area. Yeah. Like not necessarily kids, but not necessarily full on adult. So
yeah.
That teen section. Find the next Twilight.
Yeah.
And so the anime came out in July of 2017, and it's only 12 episodes. So that's all we have.
One season,
12 episodes.
Is it? Do you think is it done? Is it like this is 12 episodes? We've put a bow on it, or it's just like
I think it's 12 episodes. 12 episodes then, because like I said, the even the novel only had 4 volumes to it, and so it's kind of like a short story almost.
Okay,
like one short cohesive run. So that came out 2017, and the music, I would say the music in this show was pretty dope. Like,
yeah, it's pretty good.
There's some parts where I'm like, I feel like I'm watching Rocky or some 80s movie, like with the guitar and some kicking. I'm like, oh yeah, this is taking me back to
it's
some
also,
Rocky moment.
yeah. It's also like it's a throwback too, because I'm wondering if they kept some of the old stuff. You think they keep some of the old music from like 2000? Would you say it was like 2007 when they first animated it and then they reanimated?
No, so 2007 was the manga.
The manga, okay, and then
the anime was 2017.
Okay, yeah, like it kind of feels a little throwback-ish, just like that. I don't know, back when there was still some rock and roll back then, like rock and roll punk kind of. It's got that like punk
vibe.
Like like slight distortion. It's distortion light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, distortion light.
It's good. It's good.
And the opening song was Tayomo Hitorobachi by Kyoto with the Q, and the ending song is New World by Yuta Hishimoto. And so that's anime stuff. And there's
not a stage play, Joe Angel. They can't be diving into water.
No stage play, but we do have a live action movie and show.
Really? I mean, does this have a following? I mean, obviously it does, right? I mean, like if you get people like this, like there's not enough divers out there to go, man, this show rocks, bro. Like,
this is so cool. Look at this.
Hey, this show's about us. All 5 of us.
All 5 of us.
Tens of us are watching this show.
Yeah.
And they're gonna make a live action movie.
Movie, dog. So the movie came out in June of 2008, and then the live action series came out in April 2021.
Now that I think about it, I might watch a show like that, like a diving show, like we watch football shows, Friday Night Lights.
They got what's it, Hard Knocks, where they follow each individual team.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of any other like sports show.
What was the other one? Blue Mountain State? Is that what
Blue Mountain State. I guess, do we have only football TV shows? Like, is there any other kind of? I mean, we have movies like baseball movies, and there's like a couple gymnastics movies that are okay, but like diving in is the only like show. But I don't know if you could continue to. I gotta see what this diving show would like. What does that watch like? I don't understand this.
Well, I know for the show they got 3 actors who were part of an idol group called High Jets.
Oh, this is that thing. This is that thing where they got a song together. They start a band, and they're on tour.
Yeah. And then they stop by a pool. They're like, "Hey, let's go diving."
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what that is. You got to promote. You got to cross promote it. You know what I'm saying?
Cross promote it, man. That's how you get views, man. You take some people from other stuff.
And you go like, I'm into rock and roll, and diving and swimming. Diving.
Yeah, I can swim. I know how to swim. Yeah, I just learned to swim yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm gonna watch this show now, and it's gonna be my favorite show. I hope they make a movie. I hope they make a movie out of it.
But yeah, that's about all the facts I could dig up.
Really scrounge. I mean, it's kind of an interesting show. Let's, we ready to guac talk this thing?
Let's guac talk it, man.
Let's guac talk this thing. It is, everything I'm kind of looking for, or like not looking, like looking for what everything when I'm watching an anime, I'm kind of looking for like, do I like the art style? Do I like the music? Do I like the storyline? Is it
dubbed? Is
it dubbed? Yeah. How many episodes?
How many episodes?
Oh my gosh. Like it's interesting because it's like there's no exposition on this one, which we didn't even talk about, but you don't need it. It's not like in a world where everybody's a diver, there's nothing outlandish to establish here. It's just like a kid who's enamored by diving initially and then gets into it.
It's almost a bit of like slice of life because it's like these kids who are now working towards being an Olympian.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. What is this genre like fall to?
So genre is sports and comedy, and the demographic is shonen.
I would say comedy light because
yeah.
I don't know how funny was it. How was this funny? Was this funny?
I think one of the funny parts was
that barking dog, man. That barking dog he was hilarious, dude.
When Saichin was describing Asaki.
Okay.
That little scene in the locker room. It might be more funny throughout the rest of the series, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it gets even funnier later on, because I didn't really get like comedy from the show. And that's the other thing too, is like if you're gonna get me, I mean, once again, maybe if I was more, into diving, if I would like this show more. I mean, it's easy to follow along. I have a problem with watching the show with like boys in Speedos.
Yeah.
Like, am I gonna keep watching? The other thing that gets me is and I'm still getting used to this as an anime, but the nonverbals, like what do you call that? Like it's just like the I guess like we don't have it's interesting because we don't have that really like in do we have this in America like on TV shows where somebody just like they turn to somebody off camera watching somebody else do something and they're like I don't know
not really
right like they don't like if you turn to somebody you just kind of it's almost internal that you do that. You just go or maybe the most somebody would do would go like it's a very, very subtle nonverbal,
very subtle flight.
But like in I guess I don't know, but maybe because Japanese or whatever the language, if it's in Korean or something like that, it's a very tonal
thing. Yeah, because I would say their language is more based on like it's more grounded in I think sounds and tones and stuff.
Maybe so. Now that I think about it, I remember there were some Japanese kids that went to a university nearby, and I knew a lot of them, and it's I don't want to stereotype, but all the girls did kind of. All the girls were kind of these anime characters. They were a little bit like maybe not put this in the show, but some of them were like like they would like do the little like hand across the mouth and go tee tee, and I was like, is that for real?
Are you for real?
You acted.
You acted. Stop the cat.
This show, I don't know, man. I do like the fact that it is 12 episodes. So there's that.
There's that.
I'm intrigued. I would like to see like a progression and like because there is something to any sports. Like I will watch any sports. Like if you're gonna get into the heat of the game, like no matter what it is, if it's like you come to the to like a big meet or a big challenge,
Are they going to be able to save the club?
Yeah, you get to the highest stage, and are you going to be able to perform? Doing your best like that. That is intriguing. That's always like I could watch any sport when it's like the championship. It doesn't matter what the sport is. You could be horse diving, and I'm
horse
like,
diving.
yeah. Actually, I'd watch a horse diving show. Put a horse in this show. Is there a horse in this show? I will watch the heck out of that show. But this show, I'm giving it probably 2 out of 5 dives for me. I don't know if I'm going to continue to watch it. I'm kind of, back and forth on this. Yeah. I mean, I want to really like it. Maybe if it was, I need more of something else in the show to kind of like get me to go. Yeah. I'm into this. Maybe if they had like, maybe if
that dog started diving.
Get that dog. If Tomoki finds out that he has some sort of superpowers and he's gotta like, he's gotta like, he can like dive like nobody else. Like, oh, dude, that's 16 flips in the air.
Mermaid.
Like he's just like magic, and then I'm like, okay, now we're in.
Get it.
Now we got something. But this is just some kid diving into water, trying to be an Olympian. Where is this for you though?
About a T, yeah.
Yeah,
about like the same. Because I don't have that much of a background in diving or know much about diving. I've seen it a couple times. Like I said, I never really understood it, and so that's one of the aspects that doesn't why it doesn't catch me. Really, to be like, I need to finish this or I need to continue this. The music was pretty cool.
The music is good. It's also very well drawn. It's also very easy to get. Like there's enough like storyline. And also his love interest, and then the coach, and they're kind of like dynamic, and like there's enough things in there that you go, also, by the way, we talked about this probably the last episode, but I watched Ted Lasso. I'm not into soccer that much, but because they made the show very intriguing, because it was really well written, it's also really funny, it's also heartfelt, all those things kind of played into me loving the show. So you watch the show, and sometimes they're not even playing soccer on some of the shows. No, they're just it's just like strongly written. So like, or not strongly. I mean, like there are other shows. This is probably written well.
The other elements are good enough to keep
to buoy the rest of the show for you to keep it. So I don't know. And not like it's bad. It's just maybe it's just not my cup of tea. It's not our cup of tea.
Yeah, it's that new coffee you're drinking.
Yeah, I mean, I got it down. If you look at this, I drank all of my cherry flavored coffee. It was not good. But that's it. Yeah. That's what we got. Cherry flavored coffee.
Cherry flavored coffee, guys. That's what this is.
Some people might like it.
Some people might like it. It wasn't really our cup of coffee, our cup of tea. But if you do like diving, if you do love swimming, check out this episode. Check out this podcast. And you can also watch this on HIDIVE, guys, which that's a pretty new platform for anime now. So I think it's HIDIVE exclusive. Yeah.
Did you? That is interesting because I don't know. I got to go back and see, but I have it on. I don't have HIDIVE, but I have Amazon, and I don't know if Amazon owns it or whatever. But I did a search for it. I found it on Amazon. And it just, I don't know if it just let me play the first episode and I got to get HIDIVE later, or if all the HIDIVE stuff is also on Amazon as well. I don't know, but I'll get back to you on that when I figure that out.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I have HIDIVE. I got it. So they got some pretty good stuff on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, if you're looking for some anime or more anime, that's another platform you could use. And also, the other platforms you can find us on are Spotify, Podbean, and SoundCloud. And pretty soon,
some other stuff.
possibly with a red play button. All right, guys. And just to help us know if you like the show, drop a comment. Let us know. Let us know if you're diving. Let us know how you would score these dive-ins. And if you do know how they score, let us know, because I'm not sure how any of that scored.
Also, give me your favorite pancake topping, because I asked you, Joe Angel. You just skirted the thing. You don't want to be controversial.
Well, it's not really a topping. It's more of an ingredient.
Ground beef. If you're putting ground beef, it's wrong. Ground beef and honey, not pancake toppings.
It's a meat-filled sopapilla.
Yeah, that's a papusa.
Yeah. All right, guys. And also, while you're there, give us some likes, give us a share, and give us those 5 stars, because that's what lets us know how much you're loving this show, guys. And also go follow us on TikTok and Instagram at AnimePod, where you can find clips and stay up to date on stuff we got going on, because we do got something coming up, guys.
Yo. It's almost been a year, Joe Angel.
It's almost been a year, guys.
We got some specials.
It's crazy. And to keep the crazy going, let us know on those sites how you like us as well. And with that, this has been Anime Me Pod. I've been Joe Angel, my co-host Sal, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.
Once again.